You're listening to the March 15th, 2025 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hello. Well, I have to say, I'm a bit over feeling so tired all the time. Once I've been up for a few hours, I'm ready to go back to bed. Apparently, a huge energy wave is coming in at the end of this month and into April. How's that going to make us feel? Is the Earth going to turn into a live version of Sleeping Beauty, where we all fall asleep for 100 years?
Welcome to you, Blossom, and to all those who enjoy returning weekly to update and uplift their souls. We gather that this is the case for many, Blossom. Extreme tiredness, accompanied now and then by exhilaration. Oh, the ups and downs of a transforming planet. Yes, indeed, a heightened wave of energy is to enter in. Yes, indeed, it shall bring about the feeling of exhaustion. Yes, indeed, it shall be sorting out the wheat from the chaff.
I know, of course, what that expression means, yet how's it meant in these circumstances? Who is the wheat? Who is the chaff?
It can be used to describe those who are ready to shift into a much higher vibration, and those who shall remain unaware at this time. They too shall feel some form of effect, for it will affect all. Yet those who are aware, awake, and ready shall experience a noticeable difference within themselves.
In what way?
A lighter, brighter self.
When not asleep?
Yes, this sleeping phase, this dizziness, this feeling of missed out seconds, this confusion of words, is just a passing phase as one's entirety of being adjusts to its new higher form of itself.
I'm pleased to hear that. At my age, one could question senility creeping in.
The changes that are taking place within you cannot just silently do their thing. Is it not that a newborn sleeps most of the time in order to adjust to its new surroundings? This is the case for many of you who are experiencing what one would consider to be ailments, or lacking in particular vitamin, etc. We are by no means telling you to ignore these changes if you are feeling seriously concerned. Yet, we would also suggest that you recognize that there are shifts taking place within you and upon your planet, and it is therefore inevitable that such extreme energies will have some form of kickback until they have settled comfortably within.
And what should we expect when they have? What is the upside to all of this?
A feeling of appreciation of the soul that you are. With this comes more understanding of who you are. With that, one's powers become more pronounced.
In what way? I'm asking all this because although now and then I can feel in a really good mood, I can't say that all this adjusting so far has made a noticeable difference within me on a permanent basis. I still, as do many I know, feel that we're just muddling through it all and getting nowhere fast. As you know, we're not talking in the last few months, we're talking many years.
Yet would you say when in the good space you feel very much on top of the understanding of the heightened ways?
Yes. Yet they just don't last long enough to recognize them as a full-time change.
Blossom, again, let us use the analogy of the newborn. So much to learn through experience, throughout the years of growing. On and on, these experiences produce wisdom and knowing of the self. This is what is taking place for each one, and it does not stop after one has passed through the veil. For you, each one, are an experience of love expressing itself. When you consider that life-love is infinite, it must be so, that growth and expansion of the self and the whole must take place. Love has designed itself to be this way.
Yet surely it can't be like this all the time as we continue to upgrade. It would be good to have days of dynamic enthusiasm for something. Anything.
Of course, Blossom, there shall come a time when time shall allow all these energies to mix and match.
Meaning?
They will find their flow and where to go. For each individual is different and will adapt accordingly.
I have to be honest. Sometimes I just feel like, oh, whatever. Because at the end of the day, we get into bed in the knowing we have to wake up in the morning and get through the next one. I want to get excited about it all and what is to come, yet enthusiasm wanes more often than not. It's a struggle to keep up the what-oh, jolly hockey sticks and all that, when oppression still feels a dominant factor.
Yet, dearest Blossom, is this not part of the game? One knows that if one gives in to that oppression, then one can slip down the snakes. Yet, to hold strength within and keep one's head above water, the ladders appear out of nowhere to take you to higher planes.
That reminds me, talking about water, I went to see Veda Austin do a phenomenal talk about water and its intelligence. I highly recommend people look into her work. Amazing. Are you able to comment on the role of water?
Water is consciousness. It reacts to its surroundings. It reacts to how it is treated. It reacts to how it is accepted. Your body, your vessel, is made up on average of 70% of water. Your planet is surrounded by it. This was not a carefree decision. It has its purpose and contributes dramatically to the well-being of your planet, and indeed yourselves. It would be a great advantage to the human race if one recognized the intelligence of water. It is greatly taken for granted. It is often abused. It is waiting for you to wake up to how it can serve you. This lady that you speak of, and others like her, dedicate their lives to getting this knowledge out there. Respect water. Give gratitude to it when you drink, when you bathe, when you swim. Anything that you do that involves water, let it know you are grateful for it. You will find it will open up new knowledge to you. Yet most of all, it responds to your love. When you become aware of this and allow it to become part of you, you will notice a great difference in your being. The water surrounding your planet, in a sense, is in a world of its own, and yet is very much a part of your world, very much in tune with your world. That which takes place in the depths of your oceans is, for the most part, undiscovered. There are reasons for this, as some beings that reside there are not of your world and not designed to be part of it. Yet there are other aquatic beings that are very much part of this transformation of your world, and as we have mentioned before, as the veil thins, such beings will be presenting themselves to prove that they are not a myth.
Are there such beings already in secret captivity on our planet?
Yes, more than you might expect. They are treated with disrespect by most. They are of great light and understanding. They are of a higher vibrational frequency. They have much to teach human beings. Yet the time is not ready for that. Aquatic beings will come into their own when your world can accept differences within beings. Sadly, we would comment that there are still many souls upon your planet that fight over the color of one's skin or religious beliefs. There are many, many that are not ready to easily accept those of extremely different appearance. All these conflicts within the mind's programming shall one day be gone, and the soul of light shall not be conditioned to hate one another. For you are aware you are not. That hatred for another does not come from the true essence of self, for it cannot. The true essence of self is pure love. Hatred is a program. It has to be, for the only ever reality is love, nothing else. And you, dearest souls, are where you are now to prove this.
You say there are aquatic beings in captivity. I assume in secret facilities. I believe also there are beings from off-worlds that are also held prisoner here. Any other forms we should know about?
Many, Blossom. Yet at this point, those who are in charge of such matters do not want you to know about this. There are many experiments that take place with interbreeding, for instance. This is not acceptable. There are also many beings held captive from other dimensions that do not belong in this one.
How are they able to survive?
Not all can. Those that do are kept in frequency chambers.
You know, the more I know, I realize how little I do know. So much secrecy, so many lies.
Dearest Blossom, yet what a time for the most privileged souls to be upon your planet. You are here to witness the most incredible transformation. You are here to witness untold truths.
Oh, I do hope so. Sometimes I can't make head nor tail of any of it, yet many seem to get so excited. Perhaps they know something I don't.
Perhaps they feel something you don't.
Exactly. Perhaps I'm just an old has-been that's got too excited just one time too many. I want to trust that all this that you say is going to take place. I have to trust. Otherwise, little point in me bringing these messages through. Yet some foolproof evidence wouldn't go amiss. Forgive my childish disposition right now.
The evidence, Blossom, lies within you. The change, Blossom, lies within you.
I know. Some days it is wide awake, full on and apparent. Other days it prefers to sleep.
Part of the process, Blossom.
Do you know we've been chatting for 20 years? Who would have thought?
We would, as it was arranged and agreed upon before you came. We are happy to report that, as long as you are in agreement to do so, we shall continue on for many more years to come.
I'll do my best. I wonder what topics of interest shall be brought forth over the coming years.
Blossom, these conversations are to upgrade dramatically, in accordance with the happenings and transformations upon your planet and yourselves.
Looking forward to all of that, chaps. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.